So I think I'll probably get some kickback from this one, but I believe that everything happens to us in this world. Everything that does happen to us in this world is an opportunity for us to learn something really quite profound about ourselves. I do. I believe this. I believe that in every single situation, we have the free will to either accept this opportunity to learn something or to decline it. Like when you peel everything back, that's really what it comes down to. When something happens, like when we get bad news, or when somebody says something to us, or does something to us, or doesn't do something, and it angers us, or annoys us, or hurts us, or we get offended by it, we've been triggered. That's the key. We've been triggered. And in every single trigger within us, there is an opportunity to react, right? We can take it personally, defend ourselves against it. We can blame ourselves or someone else, or we can pause. We can decide that we don't want to be a victim to our own triggers anymore. We can decide to take a different approach, one that can lead to understanding ourselves, understanding our triggers, finding freedom from these triggers. So somebody says to us, we don't take it personally. Or something big that happens to us in our life, we have a way to deal with it. Now, is it possible to become free of our triggers? I mean, triggers is what causes all of our distress in our life. And I believe that, yeah, we can become free of our triggers, but we have to become aware of them. And we have to have the desire to want to learn from them. I used to be such a reactive person. I used to take everything personally, everything. And then I read The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. And the second agreement is don't take anything personally. This was a game changer for me. It's this agreement that cracked something open within me, or in my mind, in my awareness. This is the agreement that showed me that the real work that I needed to do was on myself. And it invited me to stop expecting the world around me to change or the people around me to change. It was the one agreement that made me realize that I needed to go inward. And in that, it led to so much clarity. I was taking everything personally. I was responding, no, I was reacting to whatever was being triggered within me. I would blame that person, or I would need to defend myself, whatever it was. And what I learned from this second agreement was that nothing anybody does or says is about us. It's about them. They're coming from their triggers. They're coming from their own struggles and their own suffering and their own fears and their own insecurities. And when I take it personally, I'm taking it from my own fears and my own beliefs. What they've done or said has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with them. So when somebody was like upset with me or short with me or they misjudged me, when I realized that that's not about me, that gave me the opportunity to stop and to pause. Oh, that's about them. So that was great. But where the real work comes in is going, yeah, but I'm still triggered. Yeah, this is all great that I now know that this has nothing to do with me. Great. But I'm still triggered. This bothers me. I can feel this in my body. I want to respond. I want to defend. This isn't right. So this is when I realized when I react emotionally, that's not about them. That's about me. I'm reacting to my own belief system. I'm reacting to my own fears. That's what's triggering me, my fears. So this is the opportunity. This is the opportunity. This is the moment that I can say, I'm being triggered. Something is being triggered within me. Now, this is the opportunity because I can then react to the trigger, right? Or I can just go, no, that's got everything to do with them, and I'm not going to react. And then I can sit with whatever is stewing within me, right? And I say that loosely, I can just go about my day, just letting this all build up within me. But then that's not good for me either. Okay, so the first step really is just noticing that you're taking something personally, realizing that that's their stuff, but then being able to recognize, but this is still bothering me. Okay, so the real key here is to not react from a triggered place. Not react from that triggered place. Okay, that's that first step. That's that first step. And then you have to realize, or maybe not realize, then you have to be willing. There it is. You've got to be willing to see it differently. You've got to have the desire to see it differently. You have to be willing to go inward and want to face these triggers within yourself. It's so easy to blame someone else. Well, it's what they did. It's what they said. That's what's bothering me. But is it? When you peel back the layers, when you really allow yourself, right? It's so easy to just say it's their fault. It's what they did. They should have done this. They shouldn't have done that. They hurt me. I need to tell them that they hurt me, that what they're doing is right, and just go on with the story. But the real step here is noticing that you're taking it personally and it's bothering you. Then you go inward. There's a process to going inward. Okay, not something I'm going to be able to explain in like 5 minutes. But when you realize, I'm being triggered, I don't want to respond from this. I don't want to react from this triggered place anymore. Okay, that means I now have awareness. That means I'm now willing to see this differently. And that means then, okay, maybe it doesn't mean it. Then you got to go a little lower or a little deeper. Right? Do I have a desire to see this differently? Do I want to go inward and look at my triggers? Because that can be a really scary place to go. So if you're just not willing to go there yet, then that's your choice. Right? Then that's your choice. That's where we have to really take a look at ourselves. I can spend my whole life, and I spent years here. I spent years in reactivity, needing to defend myself, taking everything personally, being hurt by everything. And it wasn't until, again, the second agreement is the one that just cracked me wide open and realized, oh my gosh, I could spend the rest of my life here. And this is not fun. This is hurting me and other people around me. And that was the game changer for me. No, I don't want to be here anymore. I'm willing to go inward. I'm willing to take this process of healing myself by taking a look at my triggers. Okay. So again, it's a big topic, but that's what this week is about. Just notice when you're taking things personally. Take a step back and go, okay, that's got everything to do with them. That can be a big game changer right there. Great. That's awesome. Right. But if you're still bothered by it, that means a trigger has been activated within you. Okay. That's what this week is more about, that trigger. Do you want to face these triggers? Are you willing to face these triggers? Are you willing to see the outer world differently? You know, stop blaming. Stop blaming yourself. Stop blaming others. And are you willing to go inward? Because that requires you to sit in some silence, sit in some stillness, sit in some crappy, uncomfortable feelings. That's what it requires, right? It's a process really of loving yourself back to wholeness. That's what it is. But it starts by noticing when you're taking something personally. Okay? Now, it's such a big topic. I can go everywhere with this, and I can. But this week is really just about bringing that awareness into yourself. And so I want to give you just a little, a tool. And that's, I show it often. Put your hand on your heart and tap between your fourth finger and your pinky finger. Just place your hand on your heart when somebody or something has triggered you. And just breathe here and tap here. What this does is it calms down our fight, flight, or freeze, right? I'm taking this personally. And you can talk to yourself. I'm taking this personally. I'm going to remember this has nothing to do with me. See how that feels? Just tap it here. You've got to get out of that reactive space. And this is going to get you out of that reactive space. Then you realize, I don't want to react from this triggered place. I might have to tell somebody something or set some boundaries, but I can't do that from a triggered place. So I want to come out of this. I want to remind myself this has nothing to do with them. This has everything to do with me. That's the first step. Okay. And then once you're out of that triggered place, that's when you decide, wow, I'm really triggered. Do I want to go a little deeper? Am I willing to go a little deeper? Okay. And then you take steps there. You find one that can help you with that. But it always starts with that inner awareness, that willingness. Okay. So that's what this week is about, my friends. You have a wonderful week of becoming aware of when you're taking something personally, being aware of your triggers, and then asking yourself, do I want to be free of these triggers? That's the first step. Okay. So just bring awareness. That's it. Namaste. Thank you.